Just wanted to go through a couple of guided practice problems with you to calculate heat transfer. Remember, our learning target is I can calculate heat transfer during chemical and physical processes. We're going to use the equation MCAT to solve for the heat lost or gained in these calculations. So M is the mass. We're going to multiply that by the specific heat and then multiply that also by the change in temperature. So our first video practice problem is we're going to calculate the energy transferred when raising the temperature of 160 grams of water by 3 degrees. So we know that we're going to use the formula Q equals MCAT. We do not know what Q is. That's what we're looking for. When we look at our problem, we see that M is 160. The specific heat, well, we're looking at water, so we're going to come down to our table, and we see that water is 4.184. And then we're left with delta T, and we are told in the problem that it's going to raise by 3 degrees, so we know that that is the change of temperature, is 3 degrees. All right, so we're just going to plug those numbers in. So we have the mass times the specific heat of water times the change of temperature. When we throw that in the calculator, we're going to see that Q equals 2008.32. This is heat, so our units for that will be joules. We're going to round to 2 decimal places and box in our final answer. It's that easy. Let's try one more. We have a small pebble heated and placed in a foam cup containing 25 grams of water. All right, so we're still looking at water. And the initial temperature is 25 degrees C. The water heats up to 24 degrees. How many joules, so we're looking for heat, was released by the pebble? So again, we're going to use Q equals MCAT. And our Q is the unknown. So that's what we're solving for. So what I'm doing is I'm listing all the knowns. That makes solving this so much easier if you just have all the information handy, especially if we have to rearrange the equation any. So since we're still dealing with water, we're going to continue to use that value for specific heat. And then now our change of temperature is, we have to do the calculations to figure it out. So we know that delta T is the final temperature minus the initial temperature. Our final temperature was, there's a typo in here. It's actually 26.4. So in your notes, it'll show the correct information. 26.4 minus 25. And when we do that math, we get a 1.4. So our change of T is 1.4. Okay, so now we're ready to plug in the information. So we have 25 for our mass times 4.184 for the specific heat of water times 1.4 for delta T. When we multiply all of that together, we're going to get 146.44. We're looking at heat, so our formula unit is joules. And we're going to box in our final answer that's rounded to 2 decimal places if there's any decimals. All right, you guys, we're going to actually practice this in class next time. So thank you for taking your notes today and watching this video.